Welcome back to Always Something. Today is a little bit more of a personal style vlog. I am going to be coming up on a couple trips. It was a rough first night of this road trip. I literally slept in this outfit, both coats and all. I found out that where I was going to stay for my trip, my host got sick. And I wanted to share with you guys the process of what it's like with a chronic illness and trying to get ready for a couple back-to-back trips. Now, getting ready for trips for me has always been pretty stressful because being away from home for a long period of time, there's a lot of anxiety involved. I've had to learn not to overstress. If you don't have the things that you would typically have with you at home, then a lot of times, if you're in a populated city, you can just run to the store, go get a toothbrush, go get that toothpaste, go get some hand sanitizer, whatever you're forgetting, it's not that big of a deal. But there are main things that you're going to run into, you want to make sure that you do have. Now, if you have a major chain for a pharmacy like CVS or Walgreens, a lot of times if you run into a prescription problem, you can contact a doctor and you can get that solved too. But it's a good idea that you make sure that you do have your basics covered. So sometimes it can be helpful if you form a list. For me, I always have that list going in my head, so I don't necessarily write things down, but I do like to start a couple days ahead. That way, if there is something that I might be forgetting, I can go over it and go over it and go over it. And generally, if I'm forgetting something, I'll notice it within a couple days before it's actually time to go. We don't have a standard washing machine, and so this is what I'm working with. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen how this thing works, but this is where you put your laundry, and this is the spin cycle. So it takes a little bit longer to use than a standard washing machine. There's no dryer. All right, so this is my infusion blanket. You guys have seen me use this all the time. I love this for traveling because this is standard plug-in for a cigarette lighter. So you have this adapter that plugs into it, and then it plugs into any wall outlet. So this is how I use it at my infusions. If I don't plug it in into the wall, you just take that off the end, and then it becomes a car blanket. It needs washed. So I'm going to go ahead, throw that right in here. This is about as much as will fit in here is a blanket this size. You can't put any big comforters or anything like that. Stuff it in there. If you notice, there's a fill line right here. That's as high as this thing goes. You're just going to let that fill. All right, as you see, I've got my soap in there. Shut the lid. Hook that to 15. It's going to start spinning. Now, if you want a more aggressive spin, you can flip that from soft to normal and it'll spin a little bit more. I'm going to turn that off there just for a second. I can show you. Now, I get the Free and Clear soap, Free and Gentles, because with autoimmune disease and chronic illness, I need to have the lighter soaps because of my skin. So I also do, just a little tidbit since we're in here, sensitive skin regular soaps. Everything sensitive, everything free and gentle. It definitely looks like it's going to rain, so we're gonna have to use the drying rack inside today. The doggo is going to have to come inside, huh? You can only be outside a little bit longer, so when those raindrop hits, she's gonna have to come in. Look at that overcast skies. It does feel great out here though. Definitely not too hot. You enjoying it out here, huh? Yeah. I'll let that blanket get washed and on to the next thing. The next thing to tackle is always medications, and there's a lot. So you want to make sure you have a good travel pill organizer. In my case, I have two. I have this one. This is my big travel pill organizer. And then I have this little one, this guy, which is my little one that goes in my purse. I pretty much just put in here some heartburn medicine, an extra spare of my daily, some stomach medicines in here, some motion sickness stuff, just some spare stuff that basically is separate from my dailies of stuff that I might need, just extra on top of the daily things. Here's my little crate of my medicines. So this is what I use to fill it, and then all my refills that I called in, bags of refills. So it's a process. Okay, so the washer is done and it's time to just drain it like a regular washer. So you just go over here and you flip it to drain, and then it just empties out here at the bottom, and you wait for it to finish, and when it's done draining, you fill it up all over again. All right, we are full again. So turn off the water, and now we begin the rinse cycle. Because of the weather, I already have a load of clothes drying inside, so I'm gonna have to put those away before I can dry the blanket. So gotta get to it. Okay, so I just got done draining this thing again. I forgot to tell you there is a lint trap inside here, just like a standard washing machine. I normally check this thing in between cycles and empty it, but I forgot, so whoops. Now here's the moment of truth. Will this whole thing fit in this little spin cycle? It's actually deeper than it looks. Now this thing you put on top if you've got, if it doesn't go all the way to the top, but I'm pretty sure this blanket is going to go all the way to the top. Oh boy, is it heavy, still filled with water. You can see as I press down, there's a lot of water still in there. And that's why you need the spin cycle. Oh, I'm trying to do this with one hand. All right, here, I'm going to put you down for a second. All right, so I got the whole thing in there. There's the cord. It's kind of dark if you can see. I try and cover up the cord just so it doesn't get damaged as best as I can. If you press on it, well, you can't really press on it anymore. You can't really get it down in there anymore. So that's as best as it goes. I might be able to fit this thing on top. Yeah, I guess it does. So there we go. It all fits. So it's gonna let me know immediately if this thing is off center. So I just gotta start it up and see. And, oh, that's it. Hey, welcome to day 2 of packing. So here is what I am looking at. I am trying to fit everything in this old suitcase. I do have a much bigger, nicer one, but I don't want to take up as much space. And so I'm using this backpack and this suitcase, and hopefully I can fit everything in here. So the reason I have to limit how much I can bring is because we're going to where it's cold. Anytime you leave Texas, it's pretty cold unless you're going further south. And when you have to pack cold stuff, it's bulky. I'd much rather go somewhere warm, pack like summer dresses and bathing suits. Well, I might still pack a bathing suit. Maybe I'll get lucky and get a nice warm pool or hot tub or something. But anyway, so trying to fit warm gear into this, that's the challenge. Let's see if I can do it. It is now day 3 of me getting ready for this trip. I will have to show you the progress I've made on my packing at home, but right now I'm out doing errands, getting ready to leave. There's a few things I realized as I was packing that I still need for the trip, so I figured I'd bring you along with me as I continue to get ready for the trip. Let's go. It's a bright sunny day here in Texas. The first stop on my list is Aldi. I'm here to get some cookies for my niece. She's gonna love it. Big shout out to Raylan. Let's go inside. Okay, so that was a success. After every trip to the store, I use this hand sanitizer. This one's currently 2 times the sanitizing strength. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but we've got it. So now it's off to make a donation at the local Goodwill. We'll probably have a lot more to donate as time goes on, but every time we do some packing or reorganizing, it's donation time. So we'll go check out the local thrift store and drop those off and see what they've got going on and go from there. I just have this and thank you. You too. Okay, so now I'm at an HEB. Doesn't get more Texan than this. Let's go. I found out that trip number 1 got canceled, but that just means that all those days of preparation can go into trip number 2, and it's going to make packing so much easier. You got to be flexible when it comes to having chronic illness, especially autoimmune disease and vasculitis. So here I am just enjoying the nice day at the park. I'll have a little extra time to myself and extra time with this one. And then I will get to packing for trip number 2. So here I am unpacking just to pack all over again. Somehow in between the time frame, it went from winter to spring. So I get to have the fun time of unpacking all the cold stuff and put in nice spring weather packing, which makes me happy because I don't like to be cold. So let's get this going. It's the same night, but I had to change my shirt because I got grease all over it. Anyway, but I had to take a break and cook dinner. I had to change my shirt. I got grease on the other one. I should have been wearing an apron, but I did not. So anyway, I thought I was done with the packing and everything. And then I realized that I have paperwork because anytime I'm getting ready for a Mayo doctor, they always send me a bunch of paperwork. Hey all. So I am in Mississippi right now. We just got here last night. Oh my gosh, it was a rough first day. We had lots of weather. We were delayed. Getting food was rough. We finally were able to get something to eat, and then we got at our hotel. Oh, this is not a winner of a hotel. We will not come back here. I literally slept in this. This is my raincoat, and then I've got another hoodie underneath here. Okay, let's show you what's going on. So you look at these floors. See this? This is all grease. See this? Oh, I don't know if you can see it on there very well, but we do have another one over here. Oh, he took it. Okay. So the other the other travel partner here went down to the office to go talk to them and show them, but we had to use this in between the beds to get up.
in the middle of the night so that we had some traction here because you get it on the bottom of your shoes, but there's oil all over the floors. And so, if you can see, you literally see how slippery the floors are. I can literally slide, but I've got to be careful because I literally have to grab the chair when I'm doing that so I don't fall. It's really, really dangerous in here. I already did fall, and they actually I was in a different hotel room. They had to switch us rooms because the floors were so bad, and they're still bad. So this is when I fell. I literally, this is a Subway bag. We got Subway last night for dinner, and that was an experience in itself in the South. But tore the bag open. The sandwiches braced my fall. Um, my travel partner Jesse, he has it on video where he literally almost biffed it on these floors in this room today. Anyway, it's been an experience. But so today, what do I have to do today? I just took my allergy pills. I have to. Oh, I've got my motion sickness patches. So let me show you. I've got probably not the best camera angle right there. Oh, my hair is a mess. I'm not even bothering freshening up in this hotel. We will be at another. Luckily, we have multiple hotels on this trip, so freshen up at the next hotel, get a nice change of clothes. We have everything here on the tables. We don't even want to bother putting it on the floors or anything. It just get out of here as soon as we possibly can. You should have seen the air. Oh, you can see it in this one too. Look at this. How gross that is. It looks like that in the other room too. And it's just like we're breathing that. It's so gross. Ugh. So anyway, I do have I do have what is it? Some Lysol that neutralizes the air, but I mean, how much is that really going to do for a gross? Oh, that might be management. Oh man, no, it's not. I had it out with her. Okay, hold on. Let me get back to you. But motion sickness patch, got to put that on. I'll check back in a few. We just got to Florida. I'm feeling much better. I know I have fasting labs in the morning, and so that's rough. I don't normally have to fast, but I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be out of the car on the drive home. We're really hoping to not have as much rain and bad weather, so fingers crossed for that one. And I get to go have a good dinner tonight, hopefully, so that the fasting isn't quite as bad. I did end up taking some medicine for my nausea, so I'm not feeling quite as bad there. And this hotel room is a lot better, so I should sleep better tonight. I will check in again later. Talk to you soon. Check out that view. Good morning. I continue to have problems with nausea throughout the rest of the trip, so I continue to take my Zofran every morning, and it's not been an issue. Those motion sickness patches worked great. I wore them on a ferry ride and had the Zofran, and no problems with motion sickness. It was fantastic. Remember to plan something fun when you're doing something stressful like a doctor's appointment to balance it. And if you can, always stop and take in the view. Welcome back to Always Something. I know, I see you were talking. You try and make sure that you can bring as much as you can with you. All right, so here I am at my suitcase, and I am beginning the journey of unpacking to repack. So this trip, I don't have to have all this cold weather stuff. Somehow, in between the time that I was going to go and I'm leaving again, I don't need all the warm weather. I already said that. Okay, starting again. So here I am at my bag, getting ready to unpack just to repack again. Somehow, in between the process of leaving and going again, the weather changed from winter to spring. So I've got to figure out some nice, cooler temperature. So I have to figure out some different type of packing to put in here, and it should go much easier. What am I even saying? Now it's time to do this all over again because that's my life. Did I mention it's hot in Texas?